And like, I wouldn't change anything like crazy, but like it would help. It would definitely help me now where I'm like, hey, don't go crazy with your credit cards.
Okay, that's fair. That's a great point. That's a great point. Hello and welcome back to the Nuanced AF pod. I'm Juan.
I'm Lex.
We are two highly empathetic people that are always trying to find the nuance in everything because everything is nuanced. AF. Lex, how you doing today?
I'm okay.
I'm okay as well. It's kind of a rainy, kind of gloomy looking-ish day, but we are going back to the Cheesecake Factory after this.
We are
celebrating a late Father's Day, and I'm excited for that because it's always so good. And I learned that it's one of those places that makes their like food all from scratch,
and they're like kitchen.
Yeah, scratch kitchen, and it's one of the few places that still does that. So
yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had anything bad from the Cheesecake Factory.
I know, me either. Like, even if it was something like I thought I might not like, I still ended up liking it.
Yeah. And like, obviously their cheesecake is great.
Yeah, the cheesecake is really
cannot
good.
go wrong with anything.
Yeah, everything's like really good. Even their appetizers, like just. I was really impressed by their appetizers the last time we had them.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, so we have that to look forward to. I don't have much else for the intro, unless you want to say anything.
No.
You want to go right into our Am I the Asshole?
Sure.
Alrighty. So, this one I found was, I think, interesting. I think there's a bit we can relate to on this. It is, am I the asshole for telling my wife to undye her hair for work?
Undye her hair, okay.
My wife... My wife, 28 female, and I, 32 male, both work at the same office building in a conservative small town in middle America. Things are hard right now between wages and having our creativity stifled by our community. So my wife did what any rational person would do. Over a 3-day weekend, she dyed her hair pink. Just for the lulz. Now, it looks good. It looks really good. But our job has a strict natural colors only policy. It's one of the better paying jobs in our area and has good benefits and paid time off. There are better paying jobs, but they are not nearly as comfortable for her as someone with social anxiety, and I don't want to tell her to find a new job. I reminded her gently as I could that she wouldn't be able to get away with it at work. So she assured me that she'd cover it up before the weekend was over. And today, while I was at work, she bought a black dye kit and colored her hair. But when I came home, I saw that she'd only done the top and had left the ends pink. I reminded her that she wouldn't be able to keep the ends pink. She would need to cover that as well, or she would risk losing her job, which neither of us could afford. I understand why she's sad, and I apologize for upsetting her, as that wasn't my intention at all, but she's still angry and crying even as she's in the bathroom covering it up now. I feel awful because it feels like I'm not being supportive of my wife, but I also know logically that she's taking an unnecessary risk that could be extremely costly to both of us, up to the point of being homeless, and I don't want to enable any sort of self-sabotaging behavior. Am I the asshole?
I wouldn't say either one of them are the asshole.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
This one's tough. If anyone's the asshole, it's that damn company with that policy.
Yeah, because, like, I think that the whole thing with, like, dyed hair is not professional. I think that needs to go.
That's so
like,
outdated.
Yeah, and it's like, the fact that someone has pink hair does not mean that they cannot do their job. Like, come on, bro. Like,
I think
really?
I saw in the replies that he was mentioning to people that, like, it was like a higher class, like, clientele, like, kind of job that would perceive that stuff as, like, unprofessional, which I still think is just, like, that's a them problem.
I still think that's because, like, the fact that it's solely based on their hair color, like, it's like, oh, the clientele is thinking, oh, you cannot do X, Y, and Z thing because you have this kind of hair, which is
they're
silly.
making a quick judgment on you.
Yeah, that's silly.
It's like in the same like vein as like tattoos and piercings, and it's just like,
again, doesn't mean you cannot do your job.
Can we move past that, please? Like, that's so It's outdated.
It is, and it's like I don't know. That's just frustrating. Like I feel bad for her. I feel bad for him because I was like, yes, you have to be practical, but also there's obviously like not a lot of room for creative expression in their job, and that's like upsetting in and of itself.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like when your job dictates things like physical appearance. It's like that makes it harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like, I know I've worked jobs where like they've had that kind of policy, and like, in case people didn't know, I used to have a little bit of red right in the middle of my hair, and
streak.
I don't know. I would argue, red is a natural hair color. Maybe not the shade I had,
Not the shade you have, but red is. That's probably what I would have done. Like dyed it red, like from the pink dyed it red.
Yeah.
Like because at least it's like a similar shade.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a more natural shade.
Yeah, I agree. There's an update. She took a shower, took a nap to reset, had some food, and had some time to relax. We sat down and talked about it. She apologized for blowing up the way she did, as she knows I am always 100% in her corner. I apologize for not taking the time to think of alternate solutions or trusting her to do so herself. Even if that wasn't my intent, that's how I made her feel. We are two imperfect people just doing our best to learn, change, and grow together. Both our relationship and ourselves are stronger for every hurdle we overcome. And on top of that, a lot of people have pointed out in the comments that, she should wear wigs.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, put a wig on.
And that seems to be the general consensus.
Yeah.
Like, wear a wig during work and then, have your fun hair at home during your personal time.
It's true.
And I think that's a great compromise.
I've definitely considered that a lot of times myself.
Yeah, yeah. I know
wigs.
we've had some conversations and and I think that's like one quick, easy way to like rock a hairstyle without the commitment of or the upkeep of it. So
exactly, yeah. Like, and you could get a wig that looks really similar to your natural hair. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So it's not like it's like
I don't know.
totally
I feel like I feel like there's still a stigma behind wigs and like how it's a little bit like taboo. I don't know. Do you feel that way?
A little bit. I think it depends on what it is.
I mean, I don't personally feel that. I mean, I don't care. Like, if whoever wears wigs or do what you want.
Yeah.
But I just know that that still exists.
Yeah, yeah. I think, and I also think it depends on like who you are as a person. Like, I feel like, yeah, it really depends. Like, I know like a lot of people with like alopecia, like they have wigs. That's a whole thing. Obviously, Black communities wear wigs. Like, yeah, it's like somewhat common, but also like there is a little bit of a. I think honestly, sometimes more for men, like wearing wigs, because it's like, like you're losing your hair.
I think there's even more of a stigma with that with men.
With men, yeah.
In particular, at least with like women, like you can make it fun.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You could be like overt with it, like be like, oh yeah, this is a bright blue wig. Obviously, and that's still like acceptable. But like, even like men, like something like a toupee, like I feel like, I don't know.
I feel like if it makes you feel more confident, do whatever.
Oh
like,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's like whatever. Like, live your truth, bro. Like,
yeah, if I ever started to like go bald, knock on wood, I would. Well, I'd see what I can to like save what I have.
Yeah.
But it's not above me to like if the best option were to like wear something like that, like a hairpiece of some sort, I'd do it.
Oh yeah, I know we've talked about this multiple times. Like I've definitely considered like shaving my head and then just like keeping it short and wearing wigs multiple times. Yeah, or I'm just like that's sometimes easier.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But yeah, going back to this, I don't think either of them are the asshole.
No,
I think he was being
either.
very logistic with it while still trying to be conscious of her feelings and.
Yeah.
But I get her side too, feeling stifled.
Creativity, creatively.
Yeah, 100%. That sucks, and I feel for that. Like, as someone who's a creative person, that like the last thing I want is to be stifled. Yeah,
especially if your job is not particularly creative. If it's more like analytical, like so, there's no like room for any of that. Like even in like your off time. Yeah, I feel like that's sometimes hard to like find outlets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think like for me, like I don't know. The jury's still out on this one because I'm still like trying to figure it out. But like I I used to think that obviously like, yeah, I want to work in like some creative field. And I know we've had discussions like this before, but now I'm wondering like, I don't know, was I wrong? Because like I'm thinking now, I'm just like, maybe I've been toying with the idea of like, would I like a job that is maybe more just like, for
You clock in, clock out.
lack of a better word, yeah, a boring job, so that like, you know, I can just kind of like do my work, turn my mind off, and then when it comes time, my free time, all my creative energy is saved up.
Yeah.
Because there is creativity is in my mind like not necessarily finite, but like it does need time to recharge. Like
it's a resource.
It depletes and needs you know, there's a cool down time and like
and then you go through periods where like you don't have a lot of like energy to create. I feel that. I think that makes sense. I don't think that's a weird thing to think, because a lot of people say that like, don't like people always say, oh, go do what you love, but then when they do it, they're like, oh, I actually kind of like now hate this thing that I used to love.
Yeah.
Really, that happens a lot.
Yeah, and I'm sort of seeing some of that writing on the wall, and I don't want to ever get to a point where like I just don't want to do any of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think everyone's different. Some people really do thrive in like
creative, like
in their creative field, and like
which that's also fine too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just everyone's a little bit different.
Yeah. So yeah, neither of them are the assholes.
Yeah, neither of them. They're just like he said, doing the best.
They're doing their best with the circumstances they have, and
like this. There's the reality of the situation, but then obviously there's room to grow and do your own thing.
They seem emotionally intelligent enough to like get through this. So at least the things I've seen from what he's been saying.
Yeah, I agree. I get that. I definitely get the. I think she said, or he said that his wife has social anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily get like social anxiety, but I do have like anxiety, like generalized anxiety. So I get it.
Yeah, if anything, I might have more social anxiety.
Yeah, I'm not really anxious in social settings as much as I am in just like a general kind of way, like an overarching, encompassing anxiety.
Yeah.
Like my anxiety levels are like different every day, but socially I'm usually pretty fine.
Get me out of a grocery store, but put me in a Halo event, I'm thriving there.
The way that, especially in a grocery store sometimes, because sometimes people are like rude or obnoxious, and you're just like the guy yesterday who was like reaching over me to get water. The way I wanted to just be like, bro, are you kidding? Like, he's lucky I didn't say anything. I was like, come on now. At least say excuse me. Like, there was no words. No words.
Yeah. There's if you're ever bored, go to a grocery store and just watch people.
Oh.
You'll see people who it looks like it's their first day on earth.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that. And like I give a lot of like grace, because like I totally understand, like, maybe you don't want to like interact with people, like I get it, but also like sometimes some things are just blatantly rude.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like they have no spatial awareness of like other people's like personal spaces and whatnot.
Spatial awareness especially.
The thing that gets me is like the people who are walking as if they're not pushing a cart in front of them. Yeah, it's like,
true.
Brother, did you think you wouldn't just run over someone because you're going cart first out of an aisle? It's just like driving. Kind of just stop for a second, look both ways, make sure no one's coming, because like people make tight turns.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether you can go cart to cart or person to cart, even person to person.
Yeah,
just I don't know, I try to take wide turns in aisles to not run into either carts or another person.
Yeah, it's good with Aldi because most of the time the aisles are big, but
yeah, that's true.
But like there are some times where like I haven't had this happen in specifically Aldi, but like other grocery stores where like the aisles are a bit tighter. Like people,
we love Aldi. Aldi, please sponsor us.
I love Aldi.
We basically sponsor you, Aldi. Yeah,
like the people that like just will park their cart in the middle of the aisle, so you literally can't go around them, and then you're like, hello. Like, what is going on? And or like they'll run in, or some people who will run into the they're running to the back of you, like your heels. Like they'll clip your heels. And I'm like, God damn. Like the only time I forgive that is when it's a child or like a very or a very old person.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so like you're young and you haven't learned yet, or you're old and you can't see probably.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's fine. But like sometimes it's just like you're like, what happened? Like, what did you not see me? Like, were you looking at your phone? Like, kind of like, yeah, also like driving, when people make like decisions and you're like, what happened?
Like granted, I know like the risks are way lower. Like no one's gonna die by being run over by a car.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously with a car, yeah.
Yeah, like
sure.
no one's traveling like high speeds with a car.
No.
So,
unless you're
still,
a teenager zooming through on a cart.
That shouldn't right, and that shouldn't like just absolve you of all like common like driving sense.
No,
Think of a car like a car. Like try not to run into people. Come on now.
I wonder if that's like if there's any correlation with like how people act in a grocery store versus how they act on the road. I would love to know that. I
can't prove it, but I bet there is.
I would love to know, like, because I feel like that's very interesting. Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, bro, like, what's happening? Like, because some people are very considerate, and then other people are like not considerate at all. It's like the spectrum of like people in a grocery store.
Yeah.
But
yeah, okay. Anything else you want to say about that one?
No, I'm good.
All right. Let's move on to Would You Rather.
Okay, I love these.
This one's I think a common-ish one.
Okay.
Variations of this, we've heard in the past. We probably discussed in the past. But would you rather A, be able to tell your past self one thing, or B, be able to ask your future self one question?
Oh. Past self one thing, definitely.
I don't think I would, because I don't know what that's going to change. At least with the future, like, I think, like, the future is yet... Well, depending on how you want to get with, like, time and how, like, it's non-linear and how, like, it's
actually
always
depends,
happening.
Yeah.
The past, the present, the future, it's always happening. But I don't know. Thinking, I guess, more linearly, like... the future is still yet to be written, so I don't know. I wouldn't mess with the past one, just in case, because I don't know what is going to change.
Yeah, that's valid. That's definitely valid.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would love to go, and like I wouldn't change anything like crazy, but like it would help. It would definitely help me now, where I'm like, hey, don't go crazy with your credit cards.
Okay, that's fair. That's a great point. That's a great point.
Because I would go back to like a point where I had gotten like one of my first credit cards, or like a first credit card, and then like, we had already met, so like I want that to be like, okay, yeah, I'd be like, you don't go crazy with the credit cards, or don't take out student loan debt. One of those. Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, those are some big hitter ones. Yeah, I teach myself more about like credit cards and how they work and student loans, and really question if I really wanted to, I don't know, go to college.
Yeah, I do. I don't necessarily regret college, but I do wish that I wish I had more information and like more wherewithal to like do like my own research, because now as like an older person, like I'm very much like, okay, yeah, like that burden is on me, but like as a kid, like when you're younger, like you do really rely pretty heavily on like your family and the other adults around you, and I feel like you want to think that they know what they're doing too, but like that's not always the case. And that's not necessarily anybody's fault, but it's also like wow, I wish I made different decisions. It's not like it's not like, it's weird because it's like, it's not like a true regret where it's like, oh, I wish I did something, I definitively wish I made a different choice, but I do see like reflecting back like how that lack of knowledge like really was like harmful to me.
Yeah.
And so now I'm just like, well, I gotta get myself out of this mess. But like, that's just sort of how I feel about it. But I do wish that I could, if I had that opportunity, I would be like, yo, I'm going to educate you. like I would definitely be like, let's go to Denny's.
Yes.
Let's have a sit down. And I'd be like, credit card, don't worry about it.
Credit card, you got it.
We are not good with this piece of plastic. I'd be like, focus on like other things. Like I wish I could have like a conversation with like 19, 20-year-old me and be like, bro, please.
Yeah. Going back to the college thing, yeah, I don't regret going to college, but yeah, I don't think it's worth what all the hassle with the student loans that's happening right now is. So
and I just think we were very much given the idea of, oh, go to college, you'll find a job, things will be fine. Like really much like a, oh, it'll just work out sort of mentality. And then, but like, what happens when it doesn't?
I don't think anyone before millennials thought that far. What if it doesn't? Because for some, it was truly their reality. I get it, but things have changed.
Yeah, and I do think that is applicable advice sometimes, but not when you're taking out like tens of thousands of dollars in loans. Like, no.
Yeah.
I would be like, we need more thought process, for sure.
Yeah. Because, like, I know for some people, college is unavoidable.
Yeah,
loans are unavoidable.
Yeah, depending on
what
like
you want to
do. But like, what I got my degree in, I did not have to take out $20,000 for that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No. Like, I would have done things differently. I genuinely do wish that I waited to go to college. I'm definitely one of those people where maybe definitely the minority and not the majority. But like, I know some people were like, oh, I'm so worried about like not going back ever kind of thing. I think I would have had more wherewithal and like motivation and like way less anxiety if I had just waited to go to school. But that was not like how things worked out for me. So I wish things could have been different, because I would have done something different if I had like more time to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I would have loved to be in my 30s and going to school, because I think like I have more of a direction of like where I would have maybe wanted to go. But then now that option, like, it's not that it's not there, but it's like, it's not the goal right now because there are other things in the way.
Yeah.
You know, like the credit cards and the student loans, and like, because realistically, can't say I want to take out another $10,000 for grad school. Can't say I want to do that, even though like I would maybe wanted to have done that.
Yeah, I hate how like it's still like the quote unquote norm is high school then right to college.
Yeah.
It's just like I hope what's it called, gap years or break years?
Yeah, gap years
are more normalized in the upcoming generations, and it's just like even if it's take that time to like maybe, if you, not saying don't drop college, but like maybe like use that time to like work and save up for it.
Yeah, save up for college, or like even
if it's just half of what you can afford. But
sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all I was gonna say.
But no, like just like have some more thought process.
That
or, like,
too. I think both can happen at the same time. You can save up for it, and you can decide, oh, maybe college isn't for me, and you're like, oh, okay, well, everything I have saved up for now I can put towards like, I don't know, a house. College
should be like an option. It shouldn't be like the only thing.
Yeah.
You know, because like, what if you want to do a trade?
Mm-hmm.
What if maybe you do want to go to college? Maybe you're using that year to figure out like, oh, what do I actually want to do with my life, instead of signing up at 18, 19 for like tens of thousands of dollars of debt. Like, I think that like that needs to change, like, for sure. Like,
I like to believe that like these future generations are becoming wise to that and seeing that, and like
yeah.
hopefully aren't falling under the pressure of like, you gotta go to college, get a degree so you can get a job.
Yeah.
I hope you're seeing that, like, times have changed and that's not necessarily the case anymore.
Yeah.
There are other options.
Exactly. I low key, like, I don't know. I think it, like, again, yeah, not that other places, like, you need certain degrees, you need an education, you need a degree, but like, yeah, like a lot of creative fields, like, you don't always need it. Sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't. And I don't know. Again, would have made a different decision.
Yeah.
Had I had more understanding, knowledge. Hindsight's 2020,
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Let's go on the flip side. And let's say you chose to ask your future self, one question. What do you think it would be?
If I had to choose. That's a good question. Like, I don't know, because like, as much as like I would like to know the future, I also think that like not knowing is also like part of the fun, but also like I fear that if I knew certain things, like I would be like way too anxious about like them happening.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I agree.
Because like also, doesn't that also change the outcome potentially? Because like, something, a piece of information that your past self like wouldn't have known. So now you're making decisions differently because you're informed in a different way.
That's true. I guess your present self becomes your past self.
Yeah.
In this scenario, I get it, and I think that's why like I would be vague with my question. I'd be something like,
Yeah. What would you ask?
Are we rich? No.
Are we rich?
I think my serious question is just are we happy?
Are we happy? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be.
And also, I don't know how in the future this future self is like.
Yeah.
Is this like 10 years from now? Is it 10 days from now?
Is it when you're like old? Like, yeah, and you're looking back on your life. Is it? Yeah.
I would like to think that. Like,
yeah.
The oldest, like, where I'm still me, I guess.
Yeah.
That would be able to answer this. The wisest me.
Yeah. This is also like, this isn't something that I've like actually talked about with you, which is funny to bring up on the podcast.
Oh my God.
But I'm also kind of like
a pod exclusive. You want to say it for the Patreon? No, put a paywall in front of this? No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
No, but like I've seen lately, because we've talked about this a little bit, like how, if we, like, who would go first, like in a death kind of way, like who would die first, basically. And I just like, well, what if we like, just like, did like got old and then we were like, let's pick a day to die together, so we don't.
I thought I saw a story like this.
Yeah, I've seen a story like this recently. That an elderly couple decided that, and I'm like, I could see us doing that low key, like being like, I want to live without you, therefore we're just gonna grow old, and then we're gonna be like, let's pick a Sunday in May or something. Like, I don't know.
Fucking hell.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's. Oh man, probably one of the most nuanced conversations that anyone will ever have. Yeah,
because I don't know, like, if you can control certain things, like in that way at least, like, especially when it's like, I don't know, that is a very nuanced topic, but I am definitely for, choosing your own death, especially like if you're chronically ill. Or,
I'm always a proponent for autonomy.
Yeah, 100%. Like if you are like chronically ill or you have like a terminal condition or whatever. But even if you're just old and you don't want to like, continue to deteriorate, I think it's perfectly reasonable to be like, let's have one good year and let's peace out. Like, I think that's reasonable too. I think that like to die on your own terms, I think is a high form of dignity, and not let it get to a point where like you're burdening others or you're you no longer have choices in the matter because like your mental faculties are now gone. I think that's like a potential like very nuanced topic in general, but also like just a controversial topic maybe. Like yeah, I'm all for like autonomy because I would never want to like worry anybody because like my mental faculties are going or like my physical health is deteriorating. Like I think says a lot about just like what do you want for you and your life and all the things. Yeah. So that's fun. That's funny because that's not something we really talked about, but we haven't. Yeah.
That's interesting. Stay tuned next week to find out if we
not now.
Yeah,
let's give it like 40 years or something.
Think we'll still be doing the pod then?
I don't know. Be old.
That'll be our last Patreon exclusive bonus content.
That'd be wild. Yeah.
Get ready with me. I'm kidding.
I feel like somebody would make that actually. Like somebody, that's like low-key kind of like, I'm sure some people would be like, oh, that's morbid, but I would look at that and be like, wow, like that's kind of cool because like I think
it could be both.
I think it can be both. Yeah, 100%. But also like, wow, like, there's freedom in choice, and I think that's what that really comes down to. Yeah, that's how I feel about that.
I'm always a proponent for autonomy.
Yeah,
and
same.
Like, your body, your choice.
Yeah, 100%.
So, damn, that is not where I thought this would you rather discussion would go.
No, but I can't like that. Those are existential questions for me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
Yeah. Like, because I would be like, because those would genuinely change the trajectory, like, of my life, Yeah. That would have been, I'm not going to be like, oh, don't buy that top. Or you know what I mean? Like I'm going to be like, oh, let me do something that's actually impactful. Like, like actually meaningful to me and to you. And, that like, because if those decisions were made differently, yeah. Like that's, yeah. Like that changes up to now. Like, yeah, so much,
Yeah, for sure. All right. Let's move on to something hopefully lighter.
Yeah, that got heavy. Sorry.
Nah, it's okay. You're too real. No.
So people have told
that's
me.
Not a bad thing. Okay, yeah. Let's choose a TikTok.
All right. Let's see.
For today.
Bit by a kid in a cafe. That sounds lighter to me.
Speaking of bad parents, I feel like enough time has passed for me to tell this story. And no, I don't want to hear, oh, you were so wrong for that. That was messed up. That was too far. I don't care.
Oh.
I did it. It's done and I would do it again. All right, so boom, I'm at this cafe. I have my book in tow. I'm ready to read. And today of all days, the original owner wasn't there. He had like, I guess, his apprentice or his sister, whoever it was. She was just the owner for the day. And you can see she's kind of nervous and passive. So, of course, out of all days this happened. Everything's fine. There's like 10 people in this cafe. We're all sitting quiet, doing whatever we gotta do. Then this mom walks in with her kid, and she's the type of mom that's like, oh, if she knows her kid is in a confined space, she just lets them run loose and have everybody else take care of the kid. So this kid is just wreaking havoc. Mind you, it's a cafe, so people have coffee with their laptops, everything. He's going over, knocking things over, pulling people's laptop cords out, all these things, and they're like, yo, can you get your kid? And she's like, he's just a kid. He can do whatever he wants. He's fine. He's not bothering nobody while he's literally bothering everybody. And
he's not bothering everybody.
Like, hey,
is bothering everybody.
Kid, but again, she's kind of more passive. The guy, he would have told her, get out, leave now. So she's kind of passive, and she's like, my kid's not doing anything. He's fine. He's just being a kid. That's what he's supposed to do. He looked like he was around 5, running around wreaking havoc. Like, I don't play that. So this kid gets close to me, and he starts pulling out my book and stuff, and I said, ma'am, I will kick your kid. I'm not even gonna hold you. I will kick this kid, and then I'll kick you for allowing him to do this. So she was like, oh my God, you really said that? Yep, I will. I'll kick your kid. So he ran back to his mom, and you could just see that they were looking at me. I'm like, I don't care. It stopped him for a little bit. I also have to mention I was wearing a skirt, and this is important. So now I'm just in my book, right? Like, I'm just really into it. I'm like, oh, this plot is good. I'm reading it. Next thing you know, I feel a sharp pain on my leg. That little crotch goblin bit me. And I'm not talking about a little bite. He bit hard enough to draw blood. Like, he bit me, and I was like, ow! So I screamed, and I was like, what the heck? So he jumped off of me. And I'm looking at the mom, and she's laughing. She was like, oh, yeah, like, you told my kid he couldn't do something, now he did something worse. So my mind, I'm like, oh, you want to add some razzle? I got some dazzle. I looked at her, and I was like, ma'am, I am HIV positive, and your son just drew blood. And you just see the color drain from her face. Of course, you know, she was. You just see the color drain from her face. And she was like, what? I'm like, I am HIV positive. And he just bit me and drew blood. Am I HIV positive? No. And when she left, I told everybody I just did it to make her gasp. But anyways, before she left, she was nervous. She's like, oh my God, come here. She tried to like wipe the blood out on a napkin, and there's an urgent care that was like really, really close to the place. I'll say like a few blocks down. You know, she just took her kid and ran. Now you gotta do a bunch of tests on your kid. Now you gotta make sure he doesn't have HIV. Now you gotta do all these things, and it takes about, how long does it take? Let me go Google it. 10 to 33 days for you to get the test results back to make sure. And then you have to keep upkeeping with some tests sometimes.
I knew it was a while, but I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah, now your son has to do that. And I bet she has him on a leash this time. I bet she's holding his hand at all times. I'm making him run around because you don't know what people got.
That's wild.
Now your son has it.
But
and again, I don't want to hear,
that is a point. That was a good point.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's not too far. So I'm sitting down, reading a book, minding my business, and I feel a chunk of my leg missing. Oh, what's up? And then instead of
why is
parenting
your
your
kid
child, you laugh.
biting people anyway?
Laugh
like,
now. Laugh in the waiting
unreasonable.
room. Laugh in the emergency room. Laugh with all the tests done. Laugh then. And that poor owner was like her first day alone because, like I said, I go there often, and they're always together, the guy and the girl. So now the one time she's alone, this happens. I'm like, listen, you did a great job. Don't worry about it.
She was probably like, oh my God.
And we can't help that.
What
That's
a
the world
day.
we live in. But you did a great job. Don't let this reflect on you. So then 2 weeks later, I went back to that cafe because, like I said, I don't go like back to back, but I do go often enough where I'm a regular. And I saw the lady, the owner, and she goes, you cannot believe what happened. The lady came in the next day, like after the whole thing happened, she came in the next day, and she wanted the footage because she wanted to file a police report against me. And I'm like, you're going to file a report against me because your son bit me. Does that make sense? And even the cops told her, he's like, that doesn't make any sense because they reviewed the footage and it was like, ma'am, you're actually in the wrong here. Your son bit her. So if she wanted, she could press charges. Did I? No, I felt like that was just, I'm not seeking somebody else to press charges. I'm not doing that. It just felt so stupid. But I'm like, how are you going to try to blame me for something your kid did under your supervision?
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel like I
it's
have
like
to say this
it's your kid's direct actions that would have been consequence of your actions.
And I attacked her child and all these things, and the footage was played, and it just showed wrong on her, and she could have gotten in trouble for making a false police report. So I'm just going to add that in there because a lot of people will say, well, why did the police even show up? Blah, blah, blah. That is why. And it was the next day. I wasn't even there. Here's a quick PSA to watch your kids.
That's crazy. That's a crazy story.
Crazy fucking story.
Crazy
it's been a while since I
story.
like watched this, so I like forgot all that happened, and I'm just like,
That's crazy.
even after all this, you try to blame it,
on
her.
Blame it on her. Yeah, which is crazy.
tried to pull footage to.
And like for what? Because your kid was like doing all this nonsense. Like
So stubborn, so too prideful to like admit fault, and like
yeah.
you should have learned just from like the HIV thing, which I mean, it was that an ethical thing to do on the fence.
Yeah, definitely on the fence.
Did it?
But
did
also,
it feel good? Yeah.
Yeah. Or the kick saying, I'm going to kick your kid.
Yeah.
That's also like on the fence. Like, should you say that? No, probably not. Should you also kick a child? No. But like, also, I get it. I get like being that pissed off, like that annoyed.
There are truly demon children out there.
And you're just like, and also the HIV thing, like, yeah, ethically, should you have lied about that? Probably not. But also, it could have been a real situation. Like,
yeah, like it could have been a real like teaching moment. But some people just out shit the teaching moment.
Yeah.
They're too fucking shitty.
Yeah, especially since like, and also the point that she made was like, you don't know what people got going on. I think that's valid because like you don't know, like because there are other things that are like, you know, bloodborne and all that. So it's, you know, an HIV has gotten to a point where like you can have like it can be non-transmittable, but you also don't know like where someone's at in like that journey. So
yeah, the fact that you're letting your kid do this, you're not reprimanding him, you're laughing with him.
Yeah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. Like I
Go
can't,
ahead, girl.
I can't really blame her for any of that.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
Like I would be like, well, it's like this is a situation of like, you know, you're fucking around, now you're finding out kind of vibe. It's like the kid, shouldn't be running around like all over the place. It's like one thing if they were just like kind of like bopping around. It's like this sounds like this kid was being like, oh, especially since he was literally biting people, like very destructive. Like not just like a kid being like, hey, look, I found something on the ground, or hey, look, I'm like going around each table and talking to people. That's like pretty normal kid behavior. This kid sounds like he's being a menace to society. like what are you doing, bruh?
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't really blame the kid as much as I blame the parent. It's like that's your decision, bro. Like that is your child.
I
like,
cannot believe she's like, he's not bothering anyone while literally he's
bothering
everyone, doing everything.
I love that she said that too. That was funny. I was like, yeah, that's valid.
Dude, the unplugging of the laptops, like, you don't fucking do that. You don't know who's on their last leg.
Yeah.
Like, that could be a very important work that someone's working on.
Right.
Like,
that's also, like, kind of giving on, like, with the kid. Like, are you not getting enough attention from, like, your parental figures or something? Because, like, why are you acting like doing all these attention-seeking type behaviors? Like, what's going on? Like, psychologically, I'm like, what are you going through?
Yeah.
And again, like, what is the parent doing? Like, what is it seems almost nothing at this point. And then she goes the opposite way and does the most. Like, I don't understand. It's like,
that's a great way to put it.
Yeah. So with the police report filing and stuff, and then the police being like, ma'am, this is your fault. like just wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she
like,
had
you're
not
lucky this
considered
person
that.
didn't press charges against you.
Yeah, because like that's not cool. Like that your kid bit them. Like,
yeah,
no.
She's the one with blood drawn, and you're trying to say like she did something to your kid. Like, no, man.
Yeah, because even if like the HIV thing was true, it's like ultimately like this person was doing nothing to this child, just sitting in a cafe like any normal ass person would be. And then like this child comes over and is like wreaking havoc and then bites them. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's not yeah, it's not like this person like was deliberately being like, oh, I'm like knowingly spreading, this potentially contagious disease. It's like, no, that's not what's happening. Like, this wasn't deliberate. This was by all accounts accidental on this person's part, and like not the kid's part though. It's like the kid was just like, I'm gonna bite you, like and the mom is like now trying to blame her. Crazy.
Yeah.
Like I have a soft spot for parents. Like, it's not easy to be a parent.
Yeah, no.
But there's also a certain point where like you gotta tamp down your kid, bro. Like, what's going on?
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
We once went to see my high school's production of Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, Beauty and the Beast. Yeah.
And it was a sold out show.
Yes, it was packed.
It was packed.
It was a great show too.
Beauty and the Beast, very appropriate kids show.
Yeah, for sure. Disney,
yeah. And so lots of kids, and we were sat with, right behind like this mother, and I think she had like a, I don't know if it was like her daughters or like a daughter and her daughter's friend.
Yeah, something like that.
And
but a bunch of kids
did not know theater etiquette. They were like talking the whole show.
And they weren't super young either. Like, they were like probably like 10-ish, 11-ish.
Yeah.
Like around there. Like old enough to know that like if you were in like a movie theater, like you shouldn't be talking at like a normal volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just reminds me of that. And but that one, it's not like, the mother was like encouraging it. We got a sense that like the mother was kind of like I don't know, very tired.
Yeah.
Very,
yeah, like she was like strung out. Like it seemed like she was like exhausted.
Yeah, so that's where I had a little bit more like compassion.
Yeah. And it's not like in that situation, she definitely tried to be like, hey, like whisper, like, talk lower, that kind of thing. But these girls were like also having like, they were having fun. So they were like getting kind of animated over like some of the things that were happening, which, I get it. 'Cause it's like, this is kind of it's for adults too, but it's also for kids. And so like they were getting excited, which I don't begrudge them. Like I think that was fine, but it happened like very often.
Yeah.
And it was like guys, shh. Like,
I thought it was like the whole show. Even like the person behind us like kind of looked at us and just like, great commentary, huh?
Yeah, great commentary. Yeah, I kind of made a joke out of it.
And we were just like,
we're like,
yep,
yeah.
we paid for the director's cut.
Yeah, we got the commentary, which was it was low key kind of funny, but also a little frustrating.
It was more frustrating than it was funny.
Yeah, it was more frustrating because like I get it, and because that was a situation too where I'm torn because like obviously you could tell the mom was like not having a good time, and she was like trying her best, but like this was not like, oh, I'm just like letting my children run free for the fuck of it. It was like you could tell that she was like
run down
over it. Yeah, like that she hasn't gotten a break, and now she's like now I have to parent another person's child potentially, like too, like yeah.
So if the mother in this TikTok was like that, I'd feel a little bit more compassionate.
Like if she was trying to be
empathetic.
like, hey, like maybe giving some stern.
If you could tell that it was more like the kid that was just unruly and like
like she had her hands full.
Yeah.
Because like that's the thing, you have to read the situation. Because sometimes, parents are like this one where they're like hands off and they're just like letting their kids like zoom around and do all the things. And then there are parents like that lady where you're like, oh, as annoying as this is, like I understand. And she was also with like I'm assuming the kid's father too. Like I was just like, what?
In the TikTok?
No. In the with the because there was a guy with her, right?
Oh, this I don't remember. I just remember the mother. And
the mother.
Just trying to read her body language, and now just like, oh, she looks like she's had enough.
Like, yeah, she was not it. I think I might be mixing up like different.
There could have been a father. I just don't remember seeing him.
I might be mixing up like different musicals because we've gone to so many at this point.
Yeah.
But like even so, like you could tell that the mom was like tired, and there was a few instances where she was like, hey, like shh, like like trying to curtail them a little bit, but that did not stop them.
Oh yeah, it was. They were more than few and far between.
Yeah, and it's like I get it because at a certain point you're like, I'm tired. Like, I feel it. Like, I feel.
And now you feel bad. Now you don't want to like yell at her for that. And it's just like, this is an unfortunate situation all around.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. And that also reminds me of like when you're on an airplane and a kid's like kicking like the back of your seat. Like the way that like I would not like tolerate that like at all. I'd be like, child, what are you doing? Like it's like, and like I am not like a person at all who like doesn't like children. Like I love children. Like I'm more like I'm cool with kids. Like I don't mind like kids in any space really, but it's also like the parents sometimes can't be like, bro, like what are you doing? Trying to level with you.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know you're going through it. Like, I get it. But, like, also, why are kids running around crazy?
Maybe the moral of the story is think long and hard if you really want kids.
Yeah.
Don't make this decision all willy-nilly.
Yeah, all willy-nilly. Yeah. I also think, like, sometimes it matters, too, like, how many kids. Because having one kid or two kids are very different than having, like, 6 kids,
Yeah.
It's like I know that there's a saying or like a mythology or whatever that like there's a certain amount of kids that it's like just all the same amount of work, but I just don't know if that's actually true. Like, because I feel like the more you add of a human being is still more work regardless. You know what I mean? Like, I think that
it gets to a point where like someone is going to get
too much or not enough. Or,
forgotten, ignored, not given the amount of attention they deserve.
Yeah.
Or the amount of love they deserve.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh,
So if you see someone or hear someone that doesn't want to have kids, respect their decision.
Oh, 100%. Like, or even if they just like, or like, they just don't have them. Yeah, they don't want them. They're not even like vocal about it. Just like don't ask. Like,
Yeah.
Like ultimately, I don't know. I feel like that's a weird thing too. That's a whole nother conversation.
It's a whole nother conversation. Yeah. Let us know if you want us to have that conversation.
I could talk about that for a very long time.
Yeah, I'm sure. But I think that's going to do it for us for this week. And
yeah,
thank
that was crazy. That one was crazy.
This one?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. Damn, it was a good story. I was wondering when we were going to get to that.
Yeah. Today was the day.
Yep. So, thank you so much for joining us and listening. If you don't want the party to end, consider joining us over on Patreon, where we record for a few extra months after the episode ends. Or if you'd rather, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/nuancedafpod. Lex, thank you for the delicious coffee you made me today. It's very, very good.
I'm glad that you liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I like making you coffee.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Thanks.
I love you.
I love you too.
All right. But if you want a free way to support, consider subscribing to us over on YouTube. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so that our channel can be monetized. You can find all our links in the description /show notes or at linktree/nuanceafpod. That is linktr.ee/nuanceafpod. Thank you so much for joining us and listening. And as always, remember, in a world where nothing is black and white, it's our jobs as human beings to find, understand, and be that nuance, because we are all nuanced AF.